everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking contraception, specifically the Mirena Coil. Now you will notice that April is probably going to pop in and out, so excuse the noise if she starts making it. This is the perils of filming with a child. So yeah, to give you a little bit of history, before I had children 5 years ago, I was on the pill, specifically the Cerazette pill. I had tried several pills over the years to find the one that really worked for me, and I found that Cerazette was the one that did the job. It's a progesterone only pill, so you take it all the time. My moods were balanced, my skin was quite good, and because you take it all the time, my periods completely stopped, which was brilliant. And on the whole, I felt fantastic on it. Then I came off it because we decided we wanted to try for children, and I realised that actually I felt very different coming off it. Now I'm not sure, well, I don't think it was because my mindset had changed because we wanted to have a baby, because I continued to feel different even after I'd fallen pregnant and had a baby. When I say feel different, my libido came back. Yes, I was a bit more mood swingy, but I just felt more myself. So after having my first child, I didn't go back onto any form of hormonal contraception because we knew that we wanted to eventually have a second child. So we thought, well, if I fall pregnant before we actually plan on that second child, it won't matter because we want a second child anyway. So in the interim, we just used condoms, which worked perfectly well. But let's be honest, they do sometimes kill the mood. So now I've had my second child. She is now 17 months. And again, we've just been using condoms. We are quite sure that we don't want any more children, so I am after a more long-term form of contraception. Now, because I felt so different coming off the pill, I have thought in my mind I don't want to go on anything hormonal. So my options were continue to use condoms, which, as I said, can kill the mood, and also they're quite expensive to be buying all the time. Some people had suggested to me having a vasectomy, I lost the word then, vasectomy, or me getting sterilised. Yes, I know that that's long term, and we are quite sure that we don't want any more children, but we don't want that option taken away completely. Some people had recommended the rhythm method, which, to be honest, I think that's playing with fire. I don't really want to leave that to chance. And then I suppose the other option is celibacy. We're a married couple. That's really not an option for us. I think that would lead to divorce quite quickly. So that's out of the window too. Another form was the copper coil. And after a discussion with my doctor, we decided that actually that wouldn't be the way forward for me. Since having my second child, my periods have been very, very heavy and very painful. And it's been at times really quite unbearable. So one of the side effects of the copper coil can actually be making your periods heavier. So we decided against that, and I've come to the conclusion that really, if I need to control my periods a bit better, which actually that is quite an issue for me at the moment, then I do need to go on to some kind of hormonal contraception. So we've decided that I'm going to go for the Mirena Coil. Now in this area, it's very different from area to area. Sometimes you just go to the clinic and they have it all there and insert it and you're done. Where I am with my surgery, the doctor prescribes the Mirena Coil. You go to the pharmacy to collect it and then you take it with you to your appointment to have it fitted. So I've gone to pick my prescription up and this is what it looks like. I'm not going to lie, when the pharmacist handed this to me, I was quite shocked at the size of it. Very taken aback, but luckily the rational side of my brain kicked in quite quickly and I realised this isn't what's going inside me. This is pretty much going to be sterile packaging and whatever instruments they use to insert it. And my thoughts on that were confirmed when I looked at the back of the box, and there's a picture of the coil there, and as you can see, it's real size of Mirena. So it is actually quite small, thank goodness. So my appointment is later on this morning. Somebody's going to be having April for me, so I don't have to take her with me, which is very lucky, and Libby's at school. So I'm going to go and have this fitted. To be honest, I'm not too worried about having it inserted at all. I've had 2 children, I've had all the investigations that go along with that, I've had smear tests, so I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but I'm not worried about it being painful. I've never had any serious pain with any internal investigations before, so I'm not worried about having this fitted. But I will tell you how it was in case any of you are worried about having it fitted, so I'll give you a very honest account. Obviously I'm not going to do any filming while I'm in the doctor's surgery, but when I come out, I will film a little segment to tell you how it was. So I'll see you later. Cheese! Say hello! Right, it's all done and it was absolutely fine. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the most pleasant experience in the world, but I didn't find it painful. It was just uncomfortable. Wow. So to run through what they did with me, so it was a really, really nice doctor. I was very lucky. I had a little chat first and she ran through all the risks with me, and then she had me on the couch. Had me on the couch and she had to insert 2 fingers inside me and simultaneously feel my stomach to try and feel exactly where my cervix was. And then she inserted a speculum. Now, if you don't know what a speculum is, if you've had a smear and stuff, you'll know what it is. But if you don't, it's a metal instrument that goes inside you and opens everything up and keeps it open so that the doctor can see what's going on. Mummy. And then she cleaned everything up, and then they had to put a little clamp on my cervix, and that was probably the worst bit. It felt a little bit pinchy, quite uncomfortable, but like I said, not painful at all. So that was inserted. Then she had to put a little probe inside to see how, I think she said how deep my cervix was, obviously because they want to make sure they're not going to perforate your uterus or anything like that by pushing the coil too far back. So she did that, and then in went the coil, then clamp came off, speculum came out, and all done. And I feel absolutely fine at the moment. A little bit crampy, but I think that's to be expected when you've just had an internal examination like that. And also I am bleeding a little bit, but not much. And again, I think that's completely to be expected. So she wants to have me back in 4 weeks just to check that the coil's still in place. I think she'll feel there's these strings that come down out into your vagina, and she will feel for them and make sure that everything's in the right place. And then, assuming everything's okay, it's there for 5 years. So fingers crossed it's all okay. I will give a little update maybe in a week's time, and then again when she's checked it, just to tell you exactly how I'm feeling. See you soon. Bye. Hello. It's now been 2 weeks since I had my coil fitted, so I thought I would give you a little update about how I've been feeling. Like I said, the fitting and everything was fine. I did have some mild cramping for a few days. Nothing really to write home about, just mild sort of period pain type cramping. And I did have some spot bleeding for a while. Possibly too much information, but it was more like a brown sort of bloody discharge. Not loads, but definitely enough that I would notice, and I'd need to wear a panty liner, really. That's all I needed to wear. But that has stopped in the last couple of days, so I spot bled for about 2 weeks. Apart from that, I'm feeling pretty good. Not had any real, thank you, not had any real side effects. I've got to go back and have a check to make sure the coil's still in place. You saying hello? Got to go and check that the coil's still in place in another 2 weeks. So I will let you know then how I'm feeling. Hello. So we're now 8 or 9 weeks on from when I had the coil fitted. So I thought I would give you a little update. I have been for my check at the doctor's to make sure everything's still in place and working out all right. And that was fine. Very much like a smear. Again, she used a speculum and a light just to have a little look and make sure the strings were in place and everything was fine. It was very quick. I was in and out in 5 minutes, so nice and easy. And I feel pretty good. I don't feel any different than I used to. The most amazing thing for me is that my horrendous cramps that I was getting every month around my period
have pretty much gone. I'm getting some mild cramping, but that's it. So I'm so pleased, because I was in agony every month with my period, really just in a lot of pain, and that's gone. So I'm really happy about that. The bleeding has been a bit erratic. My first period after I had it fitted, I kind of spot bled for a while, and then I had a period, and then I carried on spot bleeding. So it went on for nearly 3 weeks, which I was thinking, oh my goodness, you know, this is a really great contraception if I'm bleeding most of the time. But this month it seems to have settled down quite a lot. Hi April. April's come to say hello. It seems to have settled down. I've been spot bleeding for a few days, and it hasn't actually really come into anything. So I don't know if I'm actually going to have a proper period or that was it. So time will tell, but that's reassuring. The doctor did say that the bleeding would settle down, so it's reassuring that it kind of has. Oh, wobble, wobble, wobble. Say hello. Still in your jammies. So yeah, it's reassuring that it has settled down this month, and I hope that it continues like that. So I hope you found this informative if you're thinking about having the coil fitted and you're not sure what it's going to be like. I know I've been very frank about what happened, and possibly that's too much information, but I really feel that we should talk openly about our bodies, because when we don't talk openly, that's when we worry about going to check out if things are wrong and everything, and potential problems can develop because we've been too frightened to be open and talk about what's going on with our bodies. So yeah, I hope you did find this informative. It's working out really well for me so far. I will probably update you again in 6 to 8 months just to see how I'm getting on with it. But so far, I'm really pleased. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love you to subscribe. And I will see you soon for another video. Thanks, bye!